All right, man. You know the deal. You know what time. Go in the house time, the kennel. All right? Where's the signal? There it is, Yogi Speed. Hey. Huh. See, you're gonna want this. Forgot. Let's get dialed in. All right, Sam. You good with it, dude? What do you think, man? We're gonna have some people show up today. You think so? We had people show up at the park. That's pretty cool, huh? And I totally forgot the sequence. Wasn't a problem, though, was it? We just did what come. That's all. Turned out pretty good. No complaints that I'm aware of. Oh, that is not going to work. No hands. Whatever. Nice. We good. We good. We good. I just got thrown out. I didn't expect anybody to show, man. I wasn't ready, but it turned out okay. Yeah. You should have been there, man. Should have took you with me, huh? Maybe next time. I got that room open, right? Well, see that? That's animal control officer cruising back. Yeah, that's why we were cool, man. No troubles. I don't know what that's all about. Man, it's morning and it's already hot. What's that all about? Did you order this heat? No, maybe I do go to that gym to teach. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Rhonda. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Stephen. Whoops.
So y'all are the first arrivals, so it's going to be a few minutes just to give people a chance to come in. But you know, in the meantime, you could get some stuff ready, like any props, or beverages, notebooks. It's also a good time to just kind of start discarding or setting aside distractions. Well, I don't know, maybe some of those distractions you want to bring to the mat with you. You want to reveal something about them and take a close look. I really, you know, that's kind of personal. but we certainly don't want the distractions to hinder or limit our practice. Oh, wow, here we go. Everybody's popping in all at once. Groovy. Hey, Erica, nice to see you.
Hello.
Good, welcome. Ethel, holy smokes, good to see you. New York representing. Hey, Paula, welcome, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Just a couple more minutes, we got folks showing up left and right. So I go to do a class in the park this morning and people actually showed up. That was pretty amazing. And if I'm speaking truth, I didn't expect anybody. My mind wasn't totally there. And people are now here, they're on the mat, and I'm getting them started, and I totally had lost any sense of the sequence I had in mind. That was pretty, it was exciting. So as I'm trying to remember this sequence, I'm just making stuff up as I go. It was wild, man. I suggest any teacher have that same experience at least once. It's humbling, revealing. Oh, you know what? I better shut this one off. This noise. All right, Sean. Sure, handsome. Just a couple more minutes, we'll get going. I've already got this in Spotlight, so if you make the switch on your device to the speaker view, that would be cool. And sure, take a moment to bring any extras you might need.
Do you want us to mute ourselves?
You can mute yourself. If not, I'll be muting you shortly here.
Okay.
No, as far as bringing extras, conversely, maybe mute your cell phone. You know, no distractions. Set aside distractions. Sometimes much easier said than done. Most times. And how about your own personal physical state? What if you're dealing with an injury or something that's borderline injury, something that's bothering you physical? It's a good time to just kind of be aware of that, but not hypercritical. I don't mean hypercritical, freaking out, but just to be aware that, okay, this part of my body is experiencing something that I need to be respectful of. And that way you're just kind of thinking ahead of time. You're ready, you're prepared. All right, let's see. Let's mute. Well, just as I was getting ready, somebody popped in. So we're down to it. Hey, Gayatri, hey, I remember you. Good to see you. Such a cool name.
Good to see you too.
Did your parents name you after the mantra?
Yeah, they did.
That is so badass. That is awesome.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna mute you. Okay, hey, you know what? It's that time. It's Monday morning. We're gonna do some funky stuff. So if you can hear me, please show, like, hold a hand or a foot up. Just let me know you're there. Awesome, 100%. Good, everybody hears. You know, with your cameras, if you can, your device, if you can have it set to speaker view. And then looks like I got 100% on with cameras, and that is so cool because that way I can be in the room with you. And you're helping me to help you. There's reference to Jerry Maguire. So let's get started out in a child's pose, shall we? If you're not familiar, just go hands and knees and push your seat back to heels, reach arms forward, sweep arms back. By going into child's pose, we just sort of end up in child's pose. Meaning it's a place of rest, stability, comfort, safety. In fact, in a yogic style I used to practice, this pose is called safety zone. So know that this is here for you anytime during the practice that you need. I don't have to say, hey, go to child's pose, because I don't have any clue. I don't know. But you can go here anytime you like. But right now, we're going to use it to kind of lay the foundation of today's practice. Sort of shifting into yoga mode. It'd be nice if we could just push a button and bang, we're blissed out, all zen, right? Doesn't work that way. So let's just do some simple things with our breath. We'll start with nose breathing, if that works for you. If possible, breathe through your nose. And if not, well, don't hold your breath, just breathe through your mouth. And then we begin to breathe full capacity, complete inhales, complete exhales, like consciously, actively moving breath into and out of our bodies. And that requires concentration and focus, which leads to meditation. And then finally, we just smooth the breath out and make it fluid. Just fluid, free, even. And that even breathing requires calmness. And there you go. There's a suggested boundary. It's called calmness. You'll know if that boundary has been violated because breath will no longer be deep and steady and fluid. So anytime the breath becomes challenged or choppy, well, take a minute, drop a knee, return to breath, and come on back. Don't worry about skipping poses. There's no rules here. You skip a pose, you miss a pose, no problem. Catch you next time. And there's your other boundary, safe. Something hurts. If something is just not right for you, modify it, or you can simply skip it, discard it. That way we avoid all the drama and calmness remains. This calmness is a meditative state, which is the yoga. Everything else is just creative movements, interesting poses. A whole lot of sweet sensation. Never aesthetics, just sensation and breath. Good. Now let's just start doing some creative things. We'll start out by tucking toes under, pressing into your palms. If they're not already there, reach them out forward. And then start to lift your knees, straightening your legs. Hips and butt rise, head and chest drops. You make an upside down V shape with your body. They call it downward facing dog. Might be your first down dog, so knees being bent would be appropriate for sure. Maybe it's your 10th down dog of the day. You want to just go ahead and straighten them out. It's personal. It's up to you where you go with this. So take a moment to investigate it. Flirt with it a little bit. Get to know it some. And then if it's appropriate, make a commitment. Now, I'm going to keep on throwing suggestions your way. They're very generic, but that's all they are, is suggestions. It's up to you to take the generic suggestions and decide. Use your discernment to figure out what to do with them. And that way, you take a generic practice and you make it very personal and individualized, custom made just for you. You are the final arbiter of what happens here today. Staying with your breath, how about let your next exhale, gently bring your knees to the mat and have them come together as you open your feet a little wider than your hips. And just walking your elbows or hands back towards your knees, just lower your seat down towards the floor. It might not ever touch. It might need a block to sit on. If this is too fragile on your knees, keep some weight in your hands. If that hurts your wrist, come up on knuckles. I mean, possibilities here are really quite endless. But whether you got weight in your hands or not, let's let your shoulders be up over hips and your spine be tall. Slight tuck of your chin, lift your skull tall. Let's keep shifting into yoga mode, bringing your vision inside of your mat space. And not looking around. And I don't even want you looking at me. I'm not going to do any of this. This stuff's difficult, not for me. Just breathe. And can you believe that what we do today will not require any more strength or flexibility than you already have, whatever that may be? Can you understand that your current state is absolutely perfect for your practice, whatever that may be? Your amount of experience is the perfect amount of experience, whatever that may be. Go ahead and bring your hands back to the mat out there in front of you. And we're going to go to that tabletop position just momentarily, just long enough to tuck your toes under and press it again back to down dog pose, making any necessary modifications or adjustments. Now we'll just look at a few more refinements. Let's start with hands and arms. Rotating your elbows towards the back of the room is going to help to engage something along the side of your body, lat muscles, rib muscles, armpit muscles. It's going to kind of wake up your shoulders. And pressing away through the entirety of the back of your legs is going to create some sensation. You can contract your thighs. That will help to release your hamstrings. You notice your back rounding, put a little slight bend in your knees, and that might help. Looking at your navel or your thighs is going to make your neck long, little decompression. Tilting your tailbone up while pressing your armpits towards your ankles is going to create a little more sensation. And these refinements are all suggested. You pick and choose what works for you. Just like the poses, do what you can, don't do what you can't. And every bit that you do is going to benefit you. Now, 6-inch increments, just short steps. Begin walking your feet towards your hands, but every time your foot lands, press into your heel a little bit and get a little stroke on the back of your ankle, back of calf, back of knee. There's really no hurry. As you get closer to your hands, you may want to come up to fingertips. Yeah. And then once you're there in this forward folding, pull belly button towards your spine and protect it. Maybe grab your elbows, or maybe grab your ankles or your calves, or maybe your hands just hang. Perhaps turning your head and yes and no. You can stick your tongue out and go, ah. Still kind of just making our way into this thing. Now, let's open arms like airplane wings and pull your chest away from your thighs. You just start flattening your back out. Good. So you're kind of like halfway up and you're looking at the mat. We're going to be here for a few breaths. So again, flirt, investigate, get to know. You might want a slight bend in your knees. Or maybe you want your knees straight. That might be right. But let your arms reach so long, pulling breastbone away from pelvis, chin tucking as you pull top of skull away from tailbone. Yeah, you're just kind of taking a little flight. Over long, steady inhale. Come on up, shoulders over hips. Top of your inhale has arms reaching high. You back bend if you decide. Some people like it. Now exhale and just fold forward, diving, wide arm, come on down, head low, torso low, hands low. Over an inhale, glance forward, lengthen, remove any rounding of your spine. As you exhale, fold again, but letting your back round at the very end of your exhale, the last available moment. One more time, inhale, glancing forward, lengthen. Now this time, exhale, place your hands on the mat, step or quietly hop back to upper push-up position. Good. Now here's something to consider. This is called plank. And anytime you find yourself in a plank situation, you can lower your knees and still have plank. Same benefit, same muscle, just a little less intensity. If this hurts wrists, you could come up on knuckles. You can go down on forearms. You know what? Here's a modification. Just skip it. So many possibilities. Now, wherever you're at, take a deep breath. Over the exhale, begin to bend your elbows and lower with control. We're not flopping. We're not collapsing. We're lowering with intention. All the way down to the mat. Release the tops of your feet, pressing toenails to the mat. Inhale, press into your palms, straighten your arms as much as you can without lifting your thighs, just lifting chest and torso. It's called cobra. Exhale now, come on back down. Let your chin touch, tuck your toes, push the plank to down dog pose. So there you go, cobra, plank, down dog. That's just one big fancy push-up. It might get to be a little too much. You're always able to go from cobra to table to dog or cobra right to dog. Options available to do what's best for you. Now let's just kind of smooth this out. Let's turn this into yogic version of Tai Chi, moving smooth and steady with breath. If you're with me, inhale, tilt your tailbone up. Over the exhale, step or quietly hop your feet to your hands, never pounding, never jarring. Inhale, glance forward, lengthen out. Now exhale, fold your long torso, the very end, let it round. Arms wide like wings, flat back. Inhale, come up to standing, take a back bend if you choose. Exhale, fold forward, head low. Breathe in, lengthen out, glance forward. Over the exhale, plant your palms, step or hop the plank. Same exhale, bring on down to Mother Earth with control. Let an inhale glide you into cobra. Follow your exhale all the way to down dog. Maybe push up, maybe not. Couple breaths here. My teacher learned under a man in India named Patabi Joyce. He's the creator of Ashtanga. Patabi's teacher was a man named Krishnamacharya, known as pioneer of modern Hatha Yoga, all asana-based yoga traditions today. They used to travel around India, put on demonstrations, and go study at old libraries, read old texts. But we'll go into more of that later. How about take a deep breath, tilt your tailbone up. Exhale, you can step or quietly hop your feet to your hands. It's forward fold. You know now, you breathe in, lengthen out, glance forward, half lifting. Breathe out, now fold, chest to thighs, head down low. Airplane wings, flat back. Inhale, reach, rise high, back bend if you decide. Now breathe out and just dive, just float and fall forward. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, plant palms, step or hop the plank, lower with control. Take a breath as you come into your back bend of cobra or up dog. You can lift your thighs. Exhale, make your way to down dog, push up or not. Again, just refine here, feel, investigate. Take a minute to just notice heart rate rising, body warming. So yeah, these old fellas, they would cruise around India studying old Vedic texts and learning about things. And they're in Calcutta, they go to the library. They find this book. It's a bunch of palm leaves with old writing, and it's bound with old piece of twine, old string. The legend is that this was instructions for asana practice style, yoga practice. Krishnamacharya gave this to Patabi Joyce and said, here, you study, you learn, you share. This is yours. And that was where we get Ashtanga Yoga. Now, here's the thing. Nobody knows any proof of this book. It's called the Yoga Karunta. Nobody's ever seen it. So this could be just a big fat fairy tale, but it's kind of cool. Now, if you're with me, let's do some things. Lean a little weight into your left foot. Over an inhale, let's take right leg up behind you. It's called three-leg dog. Lift it as high as you like. Exhale, bend your right knee and let's bring right heel towards left butt cheek. And as you take a breath, maybe lift your right knee, kind of like a dog at a hydrant, just opening something down in the undercarriage. Yeah. One more inhale. Let's exhale. Crunch your right knee across your body over towards your left elbow. You're in a plank, but holding your right knee by your left elbow. And you know you can skip this. This might not be appropriate, but if you're in it, take a few breaths and consider what the hell muscle is holding my knee here. When do I ever use this muscle, right? Now let's inhale. Take your right leg back up high. And then exhale. Crunch your right knee towards your right tricep as high as you decide. You can stay right here for a breath or two, but if you're feeling a little froggy, inhale, bend your elbows, touch chin to the mat, not nipples. Exhale now, straighten arms, press back up. Whoa, what was that? Inhale your right leg back on high, three-leg dog. And exhale, step your right foot forward towards your right hand. Lower your left knee to the mat. Bring your right arm inside of your right leg. So your right hand is down inside of your right ankle. You might want to walk your right foot over towards right side of the mat and use your left toes to walk your left knee back. Searching for something high in your left thigh as you let pelvis sink forward. From here, you just begin to bend your elbows and you can come down the forearms if it's appropriate or not, no need. And then from here, you can begin to possibly let your right knee fall open as you come up on the outside of your right foot. We're just kind of flowing through some lizard variations. You can stop here if you like, or if you want, start to bend your left knee and reach your right hand around back and grab a hold of something like an ankle or a toe or a foot. And if you do make the bind, gently, moderately begin to pull your left heel towards your left glute with a little right bicep strength. But there's no sense in overdoing it. As soon as you feel your thigh, that's your place where you hang out. Because if you're feeling it, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Sensation creates circulation, creates regeneration, yeah? Now release your foot, bring left foot back to the mat, right arm comes right back around. We're gonna come up on our palms inside of the right leg, tuck your left toes under, straightening your left leg will lift your left knee off. Bring your right arm around outside of your right leg, and notice right chest is over your right thigh. So with some core strength, keep your torso right where it's at, hovering over thigh, but open your arms like wings. Yeah. So we have a balancing lunge that we're going to spend a few breaths in as you explore where you can lengthen. What is lengthening? Lengthening creates space. Space lets light come in. Light reveals things for you to see. When you see them, you can say, what is this all about? And do I want to continue? Like if you find yourself forcing, pushing, jamming, you can say, why the hell am I doing this? And if you got a good reason, keep forcing. But if not, stop. Now, over an inhale, bring your torso and your arms up, reach towards the ceiling. This is called crescent pose. We're here for a few breaths to explore some things, perhaps squaring your left foot, your left hip forward and pressing your left heel back, right? Yeah. So now your left leg's kind of straight. You're feeling something in left thigh. How close can you bring your left knee to the mat without bending? Yeah, it means you got to bend your right knee. And then, final little touch, if you wish, take a look up beyond your fingertips. As you inhale, draw biceps behind ears, maybe a little back bend. That's a full inhale there. Now exhale, control, bring hands to the mat. Continue to exhale as you step your right foot back to plank. Hold here. Figure out knees up or knees down. You can stay here or inhale, bend your elbows, touch your chin to the mat, exhale, press. That's called a push-up. One breath in plank, full inhale. Now we just exhale and just lower on down to Gaia, our mother. Release your toes. Inhale for Cobrasana. Exhale, make your way to down dog. Let's keep the dance alive. Lean into your right foot and just inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. As high as you please, a personal place, just right for you. Exhale, bend left knee, bring heel towards right glute. You start to open your left hip up over your right hip, lifting your left knee until you feel something there, personal area. Just another breath here, just kind of feel it. Now exhale, crunch your left knee across your body towards your right elbow. And just indulge for 3 breaths here as you just notice this really strange muscle. It's like a long lost friend you hardly ever see. Breathe in, lift your left leg back up to the sky, lengthen. Now this exhale, left knee goes towards left tricep. We just use a little core strength. Here's something, let your head hang low so you're not straining, not forcing. And are your teeth touching together? Just let them be soft, jaw soft. Stay here, or if you choose, inhale, bend your elbows, let the chin kiss the mat. Breathe out and calmly press your arms straight. Oh my God. Inhale, take left leg up one more time. And then breathing out, step your left foot forward towards your left thumb. Cool. Let's lower right knee to the mat. Bringing left arm inside of left leg. You might want to heel toe your left foot over towards the side of the mat a little bit. That might work. Right toes or walking your right knee back until you get a sensible notification from your right thigh. And then from here, if you wish, you can bend elbows. Maybe you come all the way down to forearms, or maybe just partway. Just getting inside of your left hip. Somewhere hyper gentle, somewhere moderate. Yeah. From here, if you wish, let your left knee fall open. So you just kind of coming up on the outer left foot. So this is in yin, this is called winged dragon. It's pretty cool. And then your final option, unless you can think of something else, is maybe bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand and take a hold of your right foot or ankle. It's a little bicep strength as you moderately, mindfully bring heel towards glute. And just notice the dynamic in your thigh there. Release that bind and let your foot come on back down. You bring your arm right back around front. And we're just going to come up on palms. Tuck your right toes under and straighten so your right knee comes up. Your left arm goes back outside of your left leg. This time you've got left pectoral just hanging out somewhere over your left thigh. Engage some core strength and just open your wings out to the side. Might be a little easier to sweep them back like a jet airplane. If you're feeling precocious, you could bring your biceps to your ears, but you know we're going to be here for a few breaths. So make a sensible decision. And while we're here, just kind of find length, open some spaces. And when you open the spaces, maybe you can take your mind and dive into those spaces. Just take a look, an inventory of what you discover, because the light is there now. Things are revealed. With calmness, inhale, torso and arms come on up, reaching for ceiling. This crescent pose. So we'll stay here for, I don't know, about 3 breaths. It ain't long, just long enough. You can press your right hip forward, your right heel away for some lengthening of right leg. And then bending of your left knee is going to do a couple things. It's going to continue to lengthen your right leg, but it's also going to throw some fire on your left thigh. And that's kind of nice. It's no big deal, right? It's just kind of nice. If you wish, you could start to look up at your hands beyond your fingertips. And as you inhale, draw your biceps maybe behind your ears and get a little back bend. Follow your exhale with control, bringing your hands down to the mat, stepping back to plank pose. You can hang out here in plank, knees up or knees down. If you wish, over an inhale, bend your elbows, let your elbows touch your ribs, your chin touch the mat, and then just exhale and just press calmly, not making the face, nothing like that. One big inhale, plank. Now exhale, let's go all the way down flat to our belly, chest, chin, all touching. Release tops of your feet. And then just inhale, cobra pose, up dog pose, back bending pose. Exhale, come on back down, chest and chin touch, and you just go on the downward facing dog. Ooh. We'll catch a few breaths here. If you weren't warm before, you might be warm now, but you know what? There might be a few of you that are still not warmed up. That's okay, because we understand gentleness, moderation. We know if something hurts, we back off. We know if breath gets goofy, we just take a beat and bring back calmness. So did you know you can go into a practice completely cold, to practice power yoga principles and be totally safe? That's pretty cool. Now, if you're with me, take a breath. Lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot up towards your right thumb. Stay up on your left toes. and over and inhale. Come on back up to that crescent pose we spent so much time in. Exhale, ground your left heel, rotate your torso to left wall, open your arms wide. This is, what the heck is this? Warrior pose, yeah. Warrior 2. And we'll do some investigations here, some flirting. Let's see, how about left fingertips? Reach them towards back wall. Really reach actively as you press your right knee towards front wall. Good. Here's something. How about spread left hip and right knee away from each other? What about feet? Every yoga teacher in town got an opinion. Front heel lined up with back instep, or back heel should be here, should be there. How about no rules? How about just investigate a little stability, a little balance, a little sensation, and you figure out where your feet go that best suit you. How about one more inhale? As you exhale, rotate your right toes towards the left wall, straighten your right leg, and put your hands on your hips. Yeah, so all 10 toes are facing the left wall. We got our legs kind of wide, feet are kind of parallel, and then just let your head drop back. As you inhale, lift the front of your ribs up out of your pelvis, roll your shoulders down and back. Keep this length and exhale, hinge at hips and fold forward. As you lower on down, you can reach your hands out and grab something like, I don't know, maybe you grab calves or ankles. Some of you might want to grab the outside of your feet. You can wrap your fingers around your big toes. We just use a little bicep strength to pull torso down between legs. And I know Instagram tells you you must have the top of your head on the mat, but if you do, where's the length that's going to happen for your neck? So if you feel the top of your head on your mat, maybe scoot your feet a little closer and make some space for your neck to lengthen. Good. Very nice. Breathe. Let's bring your right hand, reach it around the front of your left shin or ankle and just take a hold, a little grip. Did you notice your right hip kind of turn along with you? Just press it back in place. Left hand, left forearm, bring it to the back of your left calf, and just use some arm strength to gently draw your right nipple towards your left knee. And your head is just hanging free because your neck is soft. Your breath is steady. Teeth aren't touching. Got a little balance, a little strength, a little stretch. A whole lot of quietness. Go ahead and let go of your left leg and come hang right back in the middle. We can bring our hands to our hips and then flat back. So you're kind of halfway up, parallel to the mat. Over an inhale now. Flat spine, bring your shoulders up over your hips. Open your arms out wide like wings again. Turn your left toes towards the back of the mat. Exhale, bend your left knee. Wow, we're right back in that same warrior with different directions. We're not staying here. Drop your right hand down to the outside of your right thigh. Rotate your left palm up. Transitional breath. We're going to do a full breath cycle over this move. Inhale brings your left hand straight up. Continue to bring hand over. As you exhale, let right hand slide down outside of your right leg. Now let's investigate a few things here. How about left knee and left hand actively reaching away from each other? How about left knee and right hip spreading open from each other? And with all that engagement, all of that activity, if it's appropriate, without disrupting anything, maybe start to peel left chest open. Whoa. Big breath in. Exhale, come back to prior warrior, left arm over, bent left knee. Straighten your left leg, left toes the left wall, right toes the front wall. Now, breathe out, bend your right knee. Man, we back in that warrior again, aren't we? We're not going to stay here so long on this one. Take a breath of air. Over the exhale, bring your right hand down inside your bent right knee, inside your right ankle to the floor, or you can put your right forearm on your thigh. Either way is cool. Left arm is up at the ceiling. And just a couple breaths here as you press into the sole of your left foot. Try to peel left chest, left quadricep open. Press into sole of right foot as you press your right knee forward. Good. Now, not moving anything. All we're going to do is do a movement with right knee. Just straighten your right knee. Oh. You can have your right hand on the floor, an ankle, a shin, a thigh. Left hand is still up, but it's triangle pose, isn't it? Yeah. With your left hand, just let it drop behind your back, palm away, and see if you can finagle your left fingertips all the way around to the top of your right thigh. And if you can't, it's no problem. You can grab a hold of some clothing, a Lululemon, a shirt. Use your left forearm as an arm bar to kind of press your pelvis towards that wall in front of you. Your breathing draws your shoulder blades towards that wall behind your head. You're wrapping your left shoulder open, but get this, wrap your right shoulder open as well, right? Now bring your left hand back up to the ceiling. Take a breath. Exhale, bring your long left arm over your left ear, fingertips reaching towards the front of the room. And let inhales really reach to infinity, opening up left side of your body. Now while you're here, just kind of remember, a little while ago, you wanted nothing more than to straighten your right leg, didn't you? Now that it's straight, you're thinking, shit, I kind of like to bend my knee at this point. Take a few breaths. Bring left hand back up to the ceiling. Inhale. Keep everything right where it's at, but just breathe out and bend your right knee again. Bring it over right ankle. Oh, there you go. See? Asking, you shall receive. Now, while you're here, maybe drop your left hand behind your back. Bend your right elbow. This is optional if you want. Bend your right elbow so your right shoulder comes down inside of your right knee. And just sort of finagle your right arm up under and around your right thigh, and maybe your fingers meet. Maybe they bind. If not, grab some clothing. While you're here, continue pressing your right knee forward and go, man, I think I want to straighten my right leg. Not now, just breathe. Open your left shoulder, wrap it open. Now, challenge of calmness. Take a breath. Without changing legs at all, just release the bind. Exhale, come back up to warrior two. Ooh, is your breath steady and long? Never once did I say breathe slow. You breathe as fast as you need to, but it can still stay smooth and fluid. Keep legs just like they are. Inhale, rotate chest forward, both arms up. Warrior again. All right, here you go, little gift. Exhale, straighten your right leg and fold your torso forward. Bring your hands down to either the mat, or if you're having a hard time keeping your legs straight, put them up on your shin or your thigh. And we go into pyramid or chilasana or tranquillo asana. It just depends on how you like it. Might be appropriate to scoot your left foot up a little bit so you can press your left hip forward and right hip back, and just explore loads of fibers and tissues down in undercarriage, inner thigh, hamstring. It's just nice. Pyramid, Parsvatanasana. Enough of that Sanskrit nonsense. So let's put our left hand down on the ground or a block somewhere under left shoulder, and over an inhale, open your right arm up to the sky. Now you got a twisted triangle. You can play with hips here, pressing left hip forward, right hip back. Active into the soles of your feet, but it's gentle, hyper gentle, moderate. We're somewhere between too much and not enough. Even-mindedness, that is yoga. Yeah. One more big breath of air. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat. Slight bend in your right knee, come up on left toes. Inhale, step your right foot back to plank. Exhale here in plank. You could remain right here, knees up or knees down. If you wish, inhale, bend your elbows, let biceps touch ribs, chin touch mat. Exhale, calmly press back to plank pose. That's a push-up. Inhale in plank. You can lower knees, you can just skip, or you can exhale. Come on all the way down to Mother Earth. Ooh. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Yeah, how about it? It's pretty nice, right? Couple breaths, just kind of checking back in. Whole lot of gratitude that you're not an octopus. We only got two sides. And let's hope Steve remembers what we do on this side. Left leg, inhale, pick it up. Reach high, open your hip if you wish. Over the entire exhale, bring your left foot forward. Bottom of exhale, set it down by your left thumb. See how we're moving with intention rather than momentum? Oh. Stay up on right toes. Over the inhale, rise, torso and arms. Top of your inhale is when you land in crescent pose. We're not here for long. Exhaling, ground your right heel. Rotate your torso to face right wall. Open your arms wide. Warrior two. Now we'll be here just long enough to explore. Do you remember your refinements? Right hand touching back wall, left knee touching front wall. Feet lined up appropriate for your body, for your hip design. No yoga teacher in the world can tell you proper alignment for you. A lot of us think we can, but really, your teacher is you in that aspect. One more breath in. Exhale, straighten your left leg, rotate left toes towards right wall. Bring your hands around behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Let your elbows straighten out as you drop your head back. And as you inhale, lift the breast, wrap the shoulders open, lengthen it. Now follow your exhale, hinge at hips and bring your torso forward, forward, forward as knuckles wrap around, up and over. Your hands, they might find themselves touching the mat. And if they do, it is certainly nothing to run laps and celebrate. Perhaps your hands only come like 2 inches off of your pelvis. If that's the case, it's most definitely nothing to mourn or fret. Wherever your pose is, it's exactly where it's supposed to be right now. And that's perfect. Your experience is perfect as it is. How liberating is that? Give you opportunity to just enjoy the sensation, indulge in a little muscle, in a little breath, in a whole lot of quietness, without the drama of force, judgment, any of that stuff, right? Now release your hands down to the mat. Just use your left hand and reach around the front of your right shin, maybe ankle, maybe knee area, and grab a hold. If your left hip turned the corner, just persuade it back with a little exhale. You can bring your right palm and your right forearm behind your right calf. And then let's just use a little arm strength to gently draw left nipple towards right knee. Your neck is so soft, your jaw is so soft that the head just kind of hangs there. We're just bypassing all the drama because the time in this is short. It goes by so fast. So perhaps we can set things aside that would disrupt that. Release this bind and let your torso and hands hang down the middle. Bring your hands to your hips, flat back. Inhale, come up to rising. Open your arms wide. Right toes point towards the back of the room. Exhale, bend your right knee. Warrior two towards back of the mat. Place your left palm on your outer left thigh. Rotate your right palm towards the sky. Inhale, top of your inhale, all 5 fingertips brushing the ceiling. Continue moving as you exhale. Bring arm up and over. Bring left hand down, outer left thigh. Oh, it's so nice. Now we hang out here, just indulging. There's no force. There's no aggression. We're just opening some space. And I don't know, maybe somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that there's ever been proof of a healthy relationship responding well to force or aggression. The harder you are on something, the faster you tear it up and wear it out. And that includes a relationship, especially the one with your body. But please, feel free to email me if I'm wrong. I want to know. One more breath in. Exhale, come on back to prior warrior, facing back to mat. Straighten your right leg, rotate right toes to the side wall. Let your left toes point the front wall. Take a breath, arms are wide. Exhale, bend your left knee. Once again in warrior two. One breath here. Breathing out, you just bring your left hand on down towards the mat, inside of your left ankle. Or you remember, you got option. You can modify, putting your left forearm on your left thigh. Whatever's appropriate for you. And maybe this side is different than the other side. If that's the case, it's okay. That's pretty normal. You're a human. So let's don't lay a trip on ourselves, right? And just a little exploration as you press in the sole of your right foot, reaching your right hand towards the ceiling, engaging into the sole of left foot. Perhaps you're rolling your right quadricep, right chest open. One breath here. Keep your left hand wherever it may be. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Oh, thank God, awesome. Triangle pose. And make a couple decisions. If you have your left hand high on your left leg, it's going to be a little easier to lengthen your spine. But if you bring it down closer to your ankle or grab a hold of toe, it's going to give you more sensation in your left hamstring. You can drop your right hand behind your back, palm away, and let all those fingertips of your right fingers just tip right around to the top of your left thigh or close to. And we just use our right arm to just gently leverage pelvis towards the sidewall. Inhaling, breathing our shoulder blades towards the other side wall, the one behind you. And I'll bring right hand back up the ceiling. Oh, exhale, drop right arm over right ear. And just right now, let an inhale reach your right fingers towards front wall. Opening right side body. Is it sweet? Is it opening? It's a little dynamic. It's a little intense, but it's got this sweetness to it, right? You know, if this is not enough, there is an option. I keep reminding you to back off, but what if you want more? Well, how about just reach your left arm towards the front of the room as well? So you got a bicep around each ear. And what's keeping you there? It's all core, right? Oh my God, what is this? Take a breath. Ooh, left hand back where it was, right hand back up at the sky, and exhale. One more breath. Try to open up a little bit. Push into left hand. Reach out a right hand. Now exhale. Bend your left knee. We were here before, weren't we? So go ahead and generously extend your left knee, your bent left knee forward. Reach it forward. You can drop your right hand behind your back. We're going to go to bind, but it's not required. You might just hang out where you're at. If you wish to bind, though, at this point, you just you bend your left elbow, bring your shoulder down and reach your right arm under and around your left thigh. Left arm under and around left thigh, right arm around back. And maybe fingers touch, maybe they don't. Either way is cool. You can grab a hold of something. Now, a lot of times we find our pelvis pops up here. How about drop your pelvis down? Like you're going to bring left sit bone towards left heel. Wrap your shoulders open, pressing front of pelvis towards side wall. Maybe look over right shoulder. Oh my God, will he shut up? One more breath. Calmness. Exhale, release the bind. Legs stay the same. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Woo! How about that? It's simple, right? There's no Cirque du Soleil involved there. But I'll be damned if it's not dynamic. Pretty intense. Keep legs exactly where they are. As you inhale, rotate torso forward. Bring both biceps to ears, fingers high, warrior one. Now breathing out, just straighten your left leg and fold forward over your left leg. Hands come down to mat or shin, whatever works best for you. Remember, Chilasana. You just play around here. You can push your right hip forward, press your left hip back. You may feel that there's more length to be found. If that's the case, inhale, bringing your breastbone and your chin towards the big toe of your left foot. Big, long inhale for big, long lengthening. And then exhale and just sink into it a little more. And let your breath kind of be a tool to help you into your pose. Right hand on the mat, somewhere below your right shoulder. Just a breath in opens your left hand to the sky. And we know that the pose works, right? We just we go into the pose, but the pose has no brain. The pose is stupid. That stupid means no brain. Pose is just a tool, like a knife. Now, a tool can help or it can harm based on the mind guiding the tool. So where is our mind at? Benevolent, malevolent, gentle, aggressive. One more breath, open up. Exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat. And a little bend in your left knee, you come up on right toes and inhale back to plank pose. Exhale, lower on down with control. Inhale, Cobrasana. Exhale to down dog. This be the last down dog of this practice, so enjoy for a moment. Make any necessary adjustments. Take a breath. Exhale out. The stillness in this room is amazing. So steady, so quiet, so calm. How nice is that? One more breath. Exhale, bring your knees down to the mat. Cross your shins behind you as deep as you can, and just push back to your seat so you're kind of sitting cross-legged. And then extend both legs out in front of you. Shoulders up over hips, spine nice and tall. Now from here, bending your right knee, you can set your outer right ankle on your left thigh and call it good, figure four. If you wish for something a little different, Bring your outer right foot, the knife edge of your right foot, way up to your left hip crease. That bony edge, that bony knob of your outer right ankle, at the protuberance of your left hip crest, really bring it up and around. And as you lower your right knee towards the mat, notice the sole of your right foot rolls towards the ceiling. You can hang out here in figure 4 or just sitting upright with a half lotus. If you wish, wrap your right arm way around your back, and maybe you catch a hold of your right toes with your right hand, with your right arm behind your back. And if not, it's no big deal. And you know, I say that, right? You hear me say, no big deal, no big deal. But please understand that this particular pose and many other poses, I struggle. I judge myself. Why will my hand not grab my toe? But I notice, I see, and then I ask, do I want to feed that nonsense? I assure you, I experienced the same troubles, the same struggles. Now you can remain right where you're at, but if you wish, a little more, you can inhale, lift breastbone, exhale, take a little forward fold. Regardless if you're half lotus bound, or figure 4, your choice. Just this morning, on this side of this very pose, first time in my life, I grabbed a hold of my toes with my right hand wrapped around my back. And you know what? I started celebrating and running laps in my mind. What the hell? The moment that we think we achieved, we arrived, is the moment we regret. I saw it, recognized it, made a choice. We all experience the same stuff. It's humanity, baby. It's no big deal. It's a practice, progress, not perfection. Come on upright. If you're bound, release your bind. Wherever you're at with your right foot, let's go ahead, extend your right leg forward next to your left leg. And it might be kind of cool to wiggle your right leg around at this point, but it was bent deeply, right? Same deal, let's do left leg. You can bend your left knee and you can put your ankle on your thigh, figure 4. You can bring your knife edge, outer edge of your left foot all the way up into your right hip crease. That bony outer right ankle kind of contacting somewhere about the most prominent part of your right hip crest. As you roll your knee down, notice the sole of the foot kind of goes to the ceiling, right? This is a good place to hang out. You can finagle your left arm around your back and take a bind if you choose. Good. Now we can stay upright. You can hang out just where you're at. But there's another option, an option to inhale and lengthen your spine. Slow, long inhale, lots of length. And then follow your exhale, folding forward, long spine. If you got your left arm around your back, you can take a hold of the ball of your right foot with your right hand. And just use a little elbow bend, a little bicep strength to pull your long torso forward. Yeah. I mean, how nice is this? We got some deep bending, some long stretching. What about the heel of your left foot? Do you feel it massaging your inner organs there? Challenging your breath, yes? You can breathe around the side of your heart, around the back of your heart. Breath still can be steady and deep and long. Cool. Just come on upright. Release and bind if you choose to tuck it. And then just take left leg, choose to tuck it. What the hell is that? Just take your left leg straight out next to your right leg and maybe give it some wiggles. Let prana, blood flow into your left leg. Isn't that nice? And then from here, just go on to your back. Just right on down to your back. Hug your knees in. With your right knee hugged to your right chest, you just let your left leg go out long, lay it on the mat. Your left hand will hold your right knee. You can open your right arm like a wing, palm up, shoulder blade flat. A little more external rotation. Bend your right elbows, saguaro cactus. Options. One breath in. As you exhale, pull your right knee over to the left, turn your head to the right. It's just a twist. So these twists, their best friend in the whole wide world is exhales. And they really like exhales. So we can indulge your twist with long, full exhale. Just give them love. Your partner says, please. And you say, absolutely. I can do, I will do. Groovy. Come on back center. Back to the middle. We'll just bring both knees in. You know, we're just making the rotation. It's no big deal. It's simple. It's gentle. Keep left knee towards left pectoral. Take your right leg long. Lay it on the mat. You just open your left arm out. Remember, long is cool, like a wing. Bent is cool. Saguaro cactus. Depends on what you're looking for. Take a big, big, big breath. And let an exhale. Twist your left knee over to the right and rotate your head to the left. Now, you've been breathing deep and steady and long for an hour. So when I make jokes about walking out of here yoga stoned, I'm not kidding. That kind of deep breathing for such a long period with these dynamic and sensuous body movements, it's going to have an effect on your mind state. Euphoric, quiet, yoga stone. I never want any of you to walk out of my class. I want you all to float out of the class. And as my teacher said, what is power yoga? It's just a stupid name. The practice of power yoga is any time I spend empowering benevolence and eradicating malevolence. It ain't got a damn thing to do with the asana. The asana is just a nice way to practice power yoga, to get a little strength in addition to get a little flexibility in addition to create a safe environment to practice the yoga. Yeah, it's like your laboratory, your workshop, right? Practice it, you build it, and you take it out into the world. Before you know, every waking minute, you're in yoga. You notice that you slip out. Oh, I'm going to take a knee and slide back in. Come on back center. Hug both knees to chest. I think we had an opportunity to touch everything, but we might have missed something. So let's go ahead and make sure we got that handled. Hug your knees as tight as is appropriate for you. If you can, let's bring cheekbones towards knee bones. Now, while you're here, let's start engaging things. Let's start contracting muscles like toe muscle, shin muscle, calf muscle. toilet muscle, pelvic floor, butt, belly muscle, nipple muscle, shoulder. How about this? How about pull your ears back against your skull? Only thing not engaged is jaw muscle. Jaw is soft. With everything you can conceive of other than jaw contracting, full inhale, big breath in. Now exhale, release all of it. Extend your arms and legs out and melt into a savasana, baby. And for the first time in the class, let your breath go back to doing whatever the heck it does all by itself. No more intentional breathing. Let it go. All of your focus going to that stream of sensation that you may be experiencing right now. And indulge in the peak pose of your practice you spent 64 minutes preparing for. And you know what? How about just a little bit of that attention? Leave a little bit of it to direct at 3 points of gratitude, 3 things in your life, just 3. You have thousands, pick 3. Stay here as long as you wish. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Well, how about just stay until your heart is bursting with gratitude? I will leave you with your breath, your sensation. I will leave you with my gratitude, with my love. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.